Hello there. Excuse me. These are a set of old focal, you can barely make it out, binoculars. Now these were a Kmart brand. You can see the Kmart logo right there. I think in like the 80s. But I, I don't know if I can find it now because it's worn off. But somewhere on this set of binoculars it said made by Zeiss. And I cannot find it now. They're worn off, but I'm sure it's not a super quality binocular. I'm sure that it's not got coated optics or any of that kind of stuff. It's a cheap binocular. And the thing of it is, I got this at like a flea market, a thrift store, or actually probably either a flea market or someone gave them to me. I cannot remember because I've had them for so long. And they were kind of hazy when I bought them or got them, but I did not understand why. I just thought it was a low quality pair of binoculars made for Kmart, and it's made by Zeiss, and so they should be half decent, but it's not going to be anything to scream about. And I just, I used them for a while, but they're really, really hazy. And then I got into photography and understood about lens fungus. These binoculars are full of fungus, and so I need to clean these. And it took me a long time to figure out how to get these apart. Now I've had them open, so it's going to be easy for me. I put them back together so that I could show you this. But all it is you grab these binoculars and pull, and you'll see there's a space forming there. Well, they come out like that. Wow. And they were sealed in some way. I'm not sure. That's very hard. I'm not sure what that is. I'd love to find out. If anybody knows, let me know, because I'd like to reseal these when I get done with them, but I don't want to do anything permanent that I can't undo. But I want them to be waterproof. Anyway, and you can see there's some writing in here. I don't know what that's for, but you can see that I've got access to all the prisms and everything in these binoculars. The only thing I really don't have access to is maybe the back of this, but I got a feeling when I take this prism out that I'll be able to get to that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the inside of this and these prisms and everything that I can find that I think needs a cleaning. I'm going to clean. Now, I saw a guy on YouTube do this with like Windex. I don't have any. What I do have appropriately is a set of Zeiss, a box of Zeiss lens wipes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these prisms and clean them. I'm going to clean all of this. And what I'm going to do, I want this video as a how-to to get them back apart, basically. So I'm going to I have a little set of screwdrivers here. Okay, I need a bigger one for that. Let's see. Because I think what I do, I need to take this off first. This is what... Wow. It doesn't want to come off. This is what... They're flipping glued in like a son of a gun. Wow, so they have glued these slots. They filled them full of glue and glued the screws down. And you cannot get anything in them. Let me see. Yeah, no, they're not worth anything. And some people would say, man, I just spend some money and buy another set of binoculars. Yeah, well, I don't have the money. I have a good set of binoculars. It's not really an issue. But I also have this thing where when something is capable of being repaired, I really would like to do that. And so there's one, or it's not completely, but it's coming. I'll take a double-edged razor blade and clean that out. Alright, I found that the application of a bit of heat to these little screws softens the glue. I'm not sure that I would recommend you do that. I just know that that was the route I took because I couldn't think of anything else, and it worked. So you'd have to be careful though, because that is plastic and it can melt. So, but right now I'm going to clean off these prisms. And these are still glued together. The other one came apart. That's alright. Got it back together and got it back in the binocular. The problem is that when you hold it on this side, your thumb ends up smearing that, and vice versa. So, and I found out what, if I can find it, this is. It's a little wedge. It goes up under so that this is tight. We're going to have a hard time in the old town tonight trying to get this to go in here. Alright. Let's tighten this mammoth jammer down. If I can get the screwdriver to do it. There. This one, I don't know if I can turn or not. Everything is I never did enjoy working on little bitty stuff. So, alright. Wow, you sorry booger. It's frustrating because it looks like the hole's lining up. But I just can't get the booger to go in. Alright. I have this installed in here. Now, one of the things, I don't know if I mentioned, it has some kind of glue. You see that red in there? It wasn't, like I have super glue, I have fix all adhesive, I have Duco cement, but all of those are meant more to melt the plastic and bond it together. I don't know what this is. If anybody recognizes this or knows of something that I could do, put in here that would seal it from the weather and hold it in there where, you know, it wouldn't come out by accident. I would appreciate if you'd share that with me. Right now, what we're going to do, we're going to pop this thing together. And these things should be pretty nice. Let me look at the, oh yeah, that's like a brand new set of binoculars. Let me look through the lens. Do I see any fungus? No. Now it does seem like when I look through the lenses that when I look like reverse through the front part of the lens, that I didn't get the prisms in there just right. It looks like I can see the corners of them or something, but when I use this up against my face, none of that shows. They work perfectly fine. So, I mean, if you have a set of these or something like them, if you have a set of binoculars, you can figure out how to fix them, how to clean them. You just have to take your time. It's been 6 months probably, I've been trying to figure out how to get these apart. And what it was is I was messing with it again. I fixed that pair of Bushnells today. And so I started twisting on this and pulling on this, trying to get it, maybe this would come off, right? And I had it, hold of it like right here, and this whole piece just popped off. And it was like, okay, that's how it goes. And so what I did was I pulled on this piece and wedged a knife in between the crack and just kept wedging until I popped it loose. The thing of it is what you got to do is you got to keep messing with it until you figure it out, or until a happy little accident like that happens, if that's what you want to do. It's up to you. You could easily just buy another pair, but why not try? So, alright. Thanks, guys. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.